Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Have you ever wondered how Jehovah's Witnesses knows where you live? Well, they have territory maps that is broken down into their congregation so they don't overlap another congregation. Wow, isn't it overlap? Maps could be almost like overlapping generation. Interesting. Anyway, so they work in their own territory. So they have maps broken up. It could be up to 10, 15, 20 maps. It depends upon how big the area is near the kingdom, their kingdom hall. But the thing is, Jehovah's Witnesses has certain maps that they know by heart because they worked the territories enough. And certain maps, when you get a map, oh my gosh, not this one again. And their heart starts beating fast because they're upset because they didn't get the good maps. That they have more people comes to the door or talk to them. They always get the nod of homes or the door slam in the face, or they get dogs sick on them. So here's a brother going to try to build them up and try to get that spark back up. Maybe it's because you not doing your job, because you're looking at these maps negative and you're not being positive. So let's listen to his talk.
Sometimes when you expect the best, you get the best. And by contrast, when you expect the worst, sometimes you get the worst. Now, don't get me wrong, this is not some psychic idea. It actually has scriptural and everyday proof. Let's use as an example the circumstance of your field service territory, and then you can apply this principle to other circumstances as well. Let's say that your field service territory gets negative labels from ourselves. Sometimes we publishers will label our territory, and you've heard all the labels. There's indifferent territory, there's apathetic territory, or the generic label, just plain bad territory. And thus our circumstance might be having to work, let's say, bad territory. John chapter 4, Jesus entered what many people in his day would have labeled bad territory. It was Samaria. Now the Jews and the Samaritans were at odds with each other for centuries. And once Jesus himself personally experienced opposition from the Samaritans. And that's recorded in Luke chapter 9, verses 51 to 56. But now Jesus found himself in Samaria again at John chapter. Now, was that bad territory? It's interesting that Jesus didn't label it. And therefore, his approach to the woman at the well wasn't fearful or apologetic. It was with confidence and conviction. And you know the rest of the story.
Let's stop there for a second. Confidence? We're talking about our mediator, Christ. He had the power to do anything. He could have shown her any miracle to prove to her he was Christ. And the only miracle that he did was when he told her to go get her husband, she said, I don't have a husband. And he said, you're correct. You have 5 husbands, and now the man you're with is not your husband. So that means he proved to her that he was a prophet. He knew the future, and he knew about her. And marking a bad territory? No. He was actually opened the door to the Gentiles. Well, in this case, these people was descendants of Abraham, but they was waiting for Christ to return. So they didn't know he was going to return in Jerusalem or someplace else. So he opened the door to them to let them know he is here. Which I don't think they was Gentiles. So the base of what it is, this guy is using Christ for example of the failure of the Jehovah Witnesses having negative thinking when they go door to door. Heck, I got tired of getting doors slamming in my face, not interested. I'm busy. Leave me alone. You know, you get tired hearing that in certain territories. So, let's continue.
About what happened with that Samaritan woman. She attracted a crowd of people to Jesus. They begged him to stay. He witnessed to them for 2 days, and many people came into the truth as a result. And all of this happened in bad territory. Now we can learn from that. Give your territory a negative label and you deprive yourself.
And second thing, it wasn't bad territory. It was not like Christ went into that area 15, 20 times and he only got 1 or 2 persons. He just went to that area to get a drink of water and he started talking to the woman. How can you call that a bad territory when you never worked it before?
The potential for wonderful experiences. As soon as you label it, you reduce your chances of starting conversation, placing literature, and starting studies. Your label becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. We actually encourage non-interest by labeling territory. How? It's claimed that 93% of our communication is carried in our voice tone, facial expression, and body movement. Only 7% of our communication is traced back to the actual words that we speak. You know what that means? It means that when we go out in service, how we look and how we sound has more impact on the householder than what we say. So, if we go to the door and our tone of voice, our facial expression, our posture, our appearance betrays a lack of conviction, your presentation will just be apologetic, apathetic, and just plain.
So what basically started this is basically, it probably got back to the governing body that people are labeling territories because the negative reaction they get from the doors. So they figure they come up with something off the wall and making people think that, no, it's not the territory's bad. It's not the people at the doors bad. It's bad because you marking the territory as a bad piece of paper and thinking that everybody's going to slam their door in your face. People are not going to be interested. So it's your fault because you're putting a negative to these people. How about the truth, Watchtower? People are being educated about your lies, your false promises, your false dates. That's maybe the reason why people is not interested.
The approach with the idea that the householder is going to be a staunch Catholic or rich or rude or snobby or whatever, that thought will effectively handle ourselves at the door. We can't help but communicate the label that we put on the householder. And make no mistake about it, those feelings are communicated to the householder. Therefore, we'll almost unavoidably get bad results. We will walk away from the householder thinking that they weren't interested, and they actually make the householder interested by showing that we are interested ourselves. Now, does that sound unbelievable? Back in the 1960s, Dr. Robert Rosenthal of Harvard University conducted a famous experiment in what he called the expectations theory. And this experiment proved the impact that our expectations have on actual results. Here's how the experiment went. At the beginning of the school year, the principal called 3 teachers into his office. The principal told these teachers, we feel that you're the best teachers in this school. And as a reward, we're going to give you the best, highest IQ students in the school for the coming year. And he says, don't tell the students anything about this. Don't tell their parents. This is just a reward for you because you're the best teachers. Just teach them the way you normally do. So that's what the teachers did. At the end of the school year, these students' grades were 20 to 30% above the rest of the school. Not only that, but they led the whole school district in academic accomplishment. The teachers were called in and told, you did an excellent job with these students. Well, the teacher said it was easy. You gave us the best students in the school. And then they were told, well, no, that was just an experiment. Those children were chosen at random. They weren't gifted at all. Well, then you know what the teachers thought. They said, it must be us. After all, you told us we're the best teachers in the school. And then they were told, no, that was part of the experiment too. Grades were chosen out of the hat. Now think about that. Average class, average teachers, way above average results. How do you explain it? The only thing exceptional was the teacher's expectations. And interestingly, the expectations were based on totally false information. And yet still...
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. False information to make them believe that they are the best. Duh! That's Jehovah's Witnesses. You are being given false information that you're in the truth. You're the only ones that are going to get eternal life, to make you believe that you can bring more people into this false religion. That's exactly what is going on here. That when he's using that illustration, exactly the way the watchtower is. So you're wasting your life away, knocking on doors, on lies that you don't want to see for yourself, or check out the lies that we found in your publications, your literature that was given to y'all several years ago, many years ago, written by Charles T. Russell, Judge Rutherford, and under control of Nathan Knorr, all the way up to this day.